this video specifically we will see how to use the Strapi development command. Over here inside the docs you can see the development section. Under this development section we have Strapi develop command and the alias is dev. So either you can use Strapi develop or Strapi dev, both will have equal output. Let me show you. Here you can see that on my terminal. Let me cancel this and I will run npm run develop, either develop or either dev. Both have the same output and the command is located under package.json inside the script tag. If you open, you will find your two command. You can see dev and develop have the same command. So this is just a alias. So here you can see that we have some options available with Strapi develop command. The first option is bundler. By passing bundler, you can select whether you want to use build or webpack to bundle your admin panel. You can pass the open flag to enable auto reloading, and you can pass no watch admin to prevent the server from auto reloading when changes are made to the admin panel code. Similarly, we have no build admin. We have Strapi develop polling command, Strapi develop debug, which enable verbose logs, Strapi develop silent, and Strapi develop install devs. So many commands we have available here, but generally we use few of them. Most of your work done by using this command only, Strapi develop. We have the next command is Strapi start, which we generally use in production mode when we deploy our Strapi application. Then we use this command, and you can see the clear warning here. You should never use this command to run Strapi application in production. Means all the develop command, you should never run this command in production. This command is never built for production build. So once your application done, you will run Strapi build and then Strapi start in your production environment. So for production environment, you can see all these commands are available. For example, source map for debugging, and the silent command, no optimization, and it is now deprecated. And then we have debug, which enable logging. And then we have Strapi console command. This is the most important command that we use during the development of Strapi application. This command let you interact the Strapi's all the API like controller, services, routes, etc. This is very powerful command, and it enable Node.js REPL so that we can try all the commands inside that REPL. And these are all the commands that you can use with this. You can see we have services, we have controller, we have content type, component, policies, middlewares, plugins, hooks, APIs, and database. These are some advanced commands that we have for data management like Strapi export, and you can see all the options are available here. We will see all those commands in future. For the time being, let me show you how we can use the Strapi console. So basically all these are advanced commands. We will see them in future. For the time being, let me show you the Strapi console command. To run the Strapi console command, you need to close your running application first, and then you have to run npm run Strapi console. So you can see that now we can start typing our command here, and let me restart it again. Okay. So to clear this console, you will press Ctrl L and it will clear the console. And let me open the docs and run few commands here. So here we have let me run this command strapi.services. You can see here Ctrl L again, strapi.services. So you can see that all the services that we have available inside this Strapi project all are here, including the plugins one, the services that has been defined inside the plugins, content types, so all these are getter method. To further check the result what we have available in these services, let me again execute another command strapi.services, and then we will type the admin. So let's pick any of these services and see what will happen if we use that, and I will pick here admin user, and you can see that this is called the UUID. This is plugins UUID. Strapi call it UUID, unique identifier. Let me open the docs and search for this. So we have services here. So you can see this is how we will access the services in our interactive command line, and we need to pass the unique identifier and then the function name. So let's see what will happen if we pass this UID here. We will call the strapi.service, the name of this service. So these all are UUID, and let me type admin double colon user. I'm using this one. So you can see that we have nice auto completion as well, and the moment you type, it will list all the async command here, from create first admin, update by ID, exist, find registration info, register, sanitize user, find. These all are services under this UUID, and we can even use that. So let me use this method, find one by email, to find the user by his email. So strapi.service, let me try this, and we will type the name of the method, find one by email, and then type the email text tag example.com, like this. And since these all methods are async, so it will return a promise. I will use the then method, then, and res, set res console.log res, like this, and then we close this, and you can see we got the response. I have all the information related to this user by his email, like ID, document ID, first name, last name, even his password. So this command line tool will give you the full access of the underlying database engine, and you can basically use any of the feature, even some of the feature that is restricted inside REST API, but here you can use all those features without any restriction. For example, we can use the count method to check how many users we have right now. Let's also use this method. I will remove this and use the count. And you can see we have one user. So this indicating that this will return a promise, and you can use all this method to create user, create admin, and update the information of the existing user, and you can check whether the user exists or not and find the registry. So we just saw how to use the Strapi console and how to use them to interact with our services. So this Strapi console is very powerful. This is not only for services, you can use this even to interact with your controllers, content types, component policies, and all the available features like middlewares, plugins, etc. You can, if you will search inside the documentation, you will find many examples and usage. In future videos, we will see how to use the other commands. So these are pretty advanced commands. So we will learn one by one how to use them in our development as well as in our production environment.